What's up, guys? It's Dante, and welcome back to another episode of DADLIFE. What are we gonna do with the paint on the Corvette? Should I plastic dip it? Should I wrap it? Sell the car and get a new one that's already painted? Or do I DIY something crazy? Enjoy the video. Part 1. Enjoy the video. This side looks good. Wrap's faded. So lasts about 4 years, so not too bad. And then this is peeling here. So we got some peeling. Let's see what that.
What are you videoing?
We're gonna show all the before and after. All right, you guys, so where are we at? We're about to roll the first coat on the front bumper. So I taped up all the vents. Again, this isn't gonna be a perfect paint job, obviously, but we're just testing the whole front bumper. So we're gonna apply the first coat. I'm gonna get in here with the foam brush and then roller the front. The whole bumper's been 320 down. I knocked down any chips. This is smooth. I still gotta get right here. There's still a little shininess. So we're just knocking down the shine. Took that off. It's all 320'd. This is where I applied a light coat the other day just to see how red it's gonna be. It's gonna be very red. But let's give it a go. So using a Ryobi sander, 320 grit the whole thing. And so far, wax and grease, wax and tar remover from Rustoleum. So we're gonna wipe that down. And after I wipe that down, we're going to use a tack cloth. So let's get to it. All right, guys, first ugly coat is on. You can see coverage is not gonna be perfect on the first coat, but we're just gonna go to work. Let it be. All right, guys, so now we gotta take off the fender spats, which are just screwed in with stainless screws. So I already started them. We just gotta pop these off and then get rid of, basically just prep the fender. All right, guys, so where are we at? So we got all the vinyl off the rear fender, quarter panel, I should say, rear bumper side, off the whole deck lid. Starting to work on this panel, but I have to take the spoiler off. And we just wax and grease removed all that. Got it off the gas lid real quick. Here's how I'll coat one. showing up on film. You can see the reflection. That's one coat thinned versus the passenger side, which I did one coat thin, but I thinned it about 50-50 the first time, and that was that would take forever. So I'm gonna 320 grit this, all this, and try to at least cut in the edges today. Stay tuned. So I just wet sanded the whole side and the mirror. 800. And it's definitely looking smooth. So it's definitely knocking down the texture really nice. You can see the orange peel here. Still shiny, but all the orange peel. And you can see how much smoother. I just have to now polish
Daddy,
it.
just touch.
All right, guys, good morning. Where are we at now? So we got to get this whole section prepped. So I got to get the taillights out so I can remove the spoiler. Got to remove the rest of the wrap underneath the spoiler. 320 sand this whole section and get painting.
Just left.
Turn it toward Chris's house, our neighbor. So put it in right. Yeah, and then turn it. You don't have to push hard. You just turn it. Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning.
Until half of it falls out, and then we do the other one.
Correct.
Oh, I got a good idea. So I would say some.
All right. More progress this Friday morning. Another coat rolled on quarter panel. And another coat on the hatch of the trunk. Obviously a ton of roller marks and orange peel. So it's gonna take a lot of finish sanding, but at least it's going on. Another coat on this quarter panel. And then I also did the lower side skirt. Another coat there, so lower on both sides, rear. And then the first coat, as you can tell, obviously first coat on the rear bumper. Sanded it down, 120, level it out, and then finished it off with 320. And then I taped off the back, since the goal is to try to keep that black, since I know I'm gonna run out of time this summer. But quick overview, if we can get it all one color, and enough material on there, it'll be a lot, and I mean a lot of finish sanding, but we might have something decent. All right, guys, we got another early morning. Car's coming along. Here is the spoiler that I had taken off to paint the rear bumper. You know, I can't leave anything alone, and I can't take, for some reason in life, I can't take the easy path, especially when it comes to modifying the car. So I already wiped it down with my wax and tar remover that I've been using the whole project. Make sure you get all the oils off from your hands. And what we're gonna do is, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint basically the top part. So all this part, I'm gonna paint red. So that way when you look at the car from the front, and kind of like the side profile, it'll look like it's just a paint match spoiler. But then I'm gonna tape up and leave this whole back part satin black to match the back bumper with like the C5 C6 race style all black rear. So let's get to first sanding. We're going to sand with 320 grit again, like I've been using the whole project. I'm not even fully awake yet, but we're running out of time this summer. This project takes long because again, you're roll painting and I don't have a garage. My garage being used for projects. So let's get to sanding. All right guys, I taped it up, and what I did was I left a little bit of a line so that way from the back it kind of brings your attention to it instead of having it all black up on the face. I wanted the red to kind of roll over, if you will. Use the big painter's tape for the bottom for the big sections, and the fine yellow tape that I use for all my projects. The yellow tape's really easy to get solid curves. You just gotta take your time. It's fun. All right, so we're gonna wipe it down.
Please let me say hi.
We're gonna get to spraying.